This is your Spanish news. Thousands of migrants crossed from Morocco into Spain's North African enclave of Ceuta on Thursday, triggering an unprecedented security and humanitarian response as local authorities warned the territory's reception system had been overwhelmed and appealed to Madrid for emergency assistance. Large groups entered the enclave by sea, mainly by swimming around a breakwater using inflatable rings and other flotation devices, while others forced their way in through a gate in the border fence before running into the city. TV footage also shows crowds walking around the breakwaters into Spanish territory, with some shouting "Viva España" as they crossed. Officials have not yet confirmed figures for yesterday's arrivals, although estimates varied widely. Spain's Guardia Civil described migrants as entering massively through the breakwater, while several media outlets suggested the number could run into the thousands. Authorities said they were still assessing the scale of the influx. The crossings followed several days of increasing arrivals, with Ceuta's regional president, Juan Jesus Vivas, revealing that more than 1,500 adults and unaccompanied minors had already reached the enclave by sea during the previous week. He warned that migrant reception centres had reached capacity, leaving hundreds of people sleeping on the streets, and said the territory could no longer cope with the pace of the arrivals. Vivas has called on Spain's central government to declare a national emergency, arguing that the situation poses a national security risk. Spanish officials accused people smuggling networks of exploiting a recent Supreme Court ruling concerning migrants intercepted at sea around Ceuta and Melilla in order to encourage further irregular crossings. Earlier this month, the court ruled that migrants intercepted at sea cannot automatically be returned under the enclave's special border rejection procedure. Elon Musk says that 90% of Earth has a financial reason to move to Spain. He made the claim on Thursday as thousands of people crossed from Morocco into Ceuta. It's an argument he's made many times before. Until now, he's aimed it at the United States. His idea is simple. Musk says the country becomes a magnet when its benefits beat what most of the world lives on. That magnet then grows big enough to break the budget. He made the same point in April about America. Free taxpayer money can beat the living standards of 90% of the Earth, he wrote. That gives 90% of the Earth a reason to move there. Musk claimed that 7 billion people would move to Spain. Researchers see it differently. They find that jobs, distance, language, and family already living abroad matter more than benefits. And finally, orcas hate boats. Well, the ones in Spain do. Last week, a pod of the ocean mammals disabled, damaged, and destroyed a number of vessels, the latest in a long-running feud between whales and watercraft. The trouble started on Thursday when 4 craft were attacked. Around 5 p.m., the yacht Idem was attacked just a mile off Estaque de Bases in the north of Spain. The craft's rudder was destroyed and it began to sink, prompting the rescue of the 2 people on board. However, that was not the end of it. While assisting the yacht Idem, it emerged another sailing vessel had also experienced an interaction. The orcas struck again the following day, this time smashing the rudder of a 14-meter Swedish-flagged vessel named Vai. This is merely the latest in a long string of orca attacks spanning years. Since 2020, the killer whales have regularly accosted boats around the Iberian Peninsula, with hundreds of attacks reported each year. And that's your Spanish news.